Have you heard about the latest social media platform in town? Welcome back to the Idea Supply Chain, where we take a look at where ideas come from and what makes them valuable. Today I wanted to talk about Airchat. It is the latest social media platform. It's a brainchild of Naval, one of the tech philosophers, if you will, and it offers a really interesting premise. So instead of writing out your social media posts like tweets or pictures, Instagram, video, TikTok, this is all voice based. And so what you do in order to make a post, you just say it and you can respond to people that way. And then it takes what you said, transcribes it, and does create this readable feed that then you could go into. You can listen to people's voices as they say it. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this turns out, because I think it is a different form of dynamic and it takes more effort to put your voice behind something. It's less anonymous. It requires more of this relationship building. One of the issues I have with it is that I tend to ramble. I will start talking about something and never be quite sure where I'm going to end up. And so I have longer posts that people don't interact with. I haven't quite gotten the hang of the app yet. I've been using it a little over a week, but it is kind of fun to play with. And I think they opened it up now to anybody's able to sign up, I believe, in the US and Europe. And then worldwide is available with invites still. But if you're in the US and Europe, I do recommend playing around with it, especially if you're not happy with some of the other social media platforms. I'm not saying it's a definite improvement over all of them, but it's a different user experience. And to me, I think that is worth exploring. And I think one of the benefits is that it really is a lot harder to say some of the super negative stuff that you see on Twitter. It's very easy to kind of quickly type out a response without thinking about it, send it off, be super nasty. But if you actually have to use your voice to convey that, it's a lot harder. And, if you want to see how right I am, go on Twitter, find some of the craziest shit you can find, and then read it out loud to yourself. See how it sounds actually saying that out loud, and then imagine having to say that to somebody. Even better, go look at your own posts and see what you've said to people in the past. May not really like that. I don't know that I would, honestly. But that's the nature of social media, right? It takes us out of our normal environments and puts us into these very weird constructed environments, these very planned types of interactions based on the incentives of the platform. But one of the things I do like, and especially about early platforms when they're up and coming, the types of people on them are typically very, very open-minded and positive and trying to find the things to love about a platform. And so this is an opportune time for you to really find people to start building relationships with. And honestly, there's a lot of big hitters in the tech space right now on this platform. It's one of the darlings of the social media space, and Silicon Valley and all of that. And so you actually have easier access to some of these people than you would on, let's say, Twitter, including even Naval himself, although he still hasn't responded to the long rambling thing I left him about my beliefs on AGI yet. So, hey, it's not a silver bullet, but you might just find something useful in it. Anyway, I'm going to keep playing with it. It is fun. It's been interesting to interact with and see who's really on it all the time. I don't have the time to spend hours a day on it like some people, but I do think it is worth exploring. You might have some fun. You might make some connections. And ultimately, you're going to get some insight into what may or may not work moving forward. You never know when that insight's going to be something that you can end up turning into something real as you build it out. Take your ideas and run with them. That's where the fun in life is. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.